Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Terrapins will boot it away to start the game. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense comes onto the field first today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a team that believes they're way better than what their record indicates. I know they've got a losing record coming into this one, but they felt like they could make some plays early in this one and show the rest of the country just how good they are. Phenomenal job on defense. On the open.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. The play action fake. The pressure. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense, like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Zings it complete to the right. Looking for room at the 40. Oh, he's got some space. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
The Huskers with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab on the left.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Got it in the middle. It's ETN. Touchdown, Nebraska! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. To the air, it's Stevens. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And as he throws, incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Terrapins line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. Crosses the 30. He's got away. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Got the quick completion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Takes a hit as he fires. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Flips it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This time he's got his man. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Unleashes one. He's open on the right. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
All right, defense, you've got to get this guy on the ground. You're doing a good job winning one-on-ones, and we're going to see them blitz, and they're going to be able to mix and match some of these pressures, but you've got to finish the play. It's not going to be enough to get him off his launch point. This quarterback can hurt you on the move.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Husker. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Terrapins want to crank the tempo.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Stevens. Pulls it in, it's Ship. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. He'll do it himself. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskers will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. At the 20, he's got space. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Buying some time. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska. He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly. And the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No, well, that was good.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Ship. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. To the air, it's Stevens. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Hauls it in, looking for space. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead.
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Nevada is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some. We could see a legend born today in Reno. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Fresno State. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out or fall to the ground.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Back to throw, it's Stevens. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Setting up the screen. Still running at the 40. Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! When he let that go ahead and signal touchdown. He knew it was 6.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that are so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you could see just so hard to defend the fade route.
And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quickly complete. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. The Cornhuskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Now on the move. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
He'll pull it down and run. Kept it, and he's past the mark. There he goes. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another 1st down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Quarterback extends the play. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. Makes the grab. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers! I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ship. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Stevens. Finds a soft spot in the middle. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And the Terrapins want to move quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The screen, and watch out.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Rossi. stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start.
Breaks into the open, and he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Terrapins come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. They bring the punter onto the field now. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
He'll pull it down. At the 45 on his way. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air, using the back as a receiver on the screen. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
Snagged out of the air. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And the Huskers are flying down the field. Here we go. He wants to throw it again. Caught in the backfield. It's Ivory. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
Using his legs, it's Rossi. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. New Mexico State has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 17 to UTEP. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas. They need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
It'll be third and long. Defense might bring the house here. Looking downfield, it's Dalton. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Goes to the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
At midfield, he's got room. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time. He gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal.
And that that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape, scramble, and go pick up the first down. That is a killer if you're the defensive coordinator. You've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Here we go. Big fullback's got it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a great stop by this defense. 2nd down and goal. Getting the lost yardage play. Now putting your defense in a better position for 3rd down.
Off the play fake. Buys a little extra time. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off and another empty drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Dances away. He's got it on the move. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away first. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Nebraska's offense will go on the attack first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. We've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Got a little space. Turning it on. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at him and gashing right out the gates.
He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down, 1st and 10 again.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense. Whether it's the option or whether it's conventional, they've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
The Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the give off the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just
converts on 4th down. Still going. Touchdown, Nebraska. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hawkeyes offense will get the ball for the first time. formation on 1st and 10. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. They'll leave it with the lone back. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Wide open downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Hawkeyes look to keep this drive humming. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
I think that's an easy decision for the QB, too. It's 3rd and long. You're in field goal range. You've got an opportunity at 3 points. That play designed to try and get the first, but it's not there. Give the defense credit. Throw it away. Let's get the kicker out on the field.
And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Both teams scored on their first possessions, but now a chance to send a message that field goals aren't going to win this game. Touchdowns will. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They want to throw it. Got his man on the right. And he's knocked down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking with the defense.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Hawkeyes can really attack on this second and short. The running back has it. Got some room in under the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Jukes his way for more. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
There he goes. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Hard running there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it over the middle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play.
Sneaks into the end zone.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he added the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
after the incompletion. Back to the passing game. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but the play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a sec.
Breaks into the open. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They're going to ride this running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
To the air on second down. He'll try to do it himself. Finds a crease at the 20. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Hawkeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Easy completion on the shuffle. And that one did not work.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This is a short kick, but the problem is the angle. Just drives it between the uprights. It's now a one-point game, 14-13.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on when you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Running back searching for a hole. Crosses to 40. Turning it on. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Huskers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Hawkeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. Looking to throw again. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Hawkeyes in the hurry up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly complete. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Just inside the 35, first and 10 from the 34. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the outbound. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
It's complete to the left. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a fourth down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. And this one is perfect. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. He wants to take the top off. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Huskers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Running behind that left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Cornhuskers will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got...
Oh, he's got some space.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, a lot of space. Running inside the 20. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Fires to the big fella. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Finds a little space. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got it in the middle. It's Etienne. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You got a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Quick strike complete. That's a 20. He's got space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. He's got it on the run. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, a short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
The big fellas line up in a goal. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the stomping has commenced. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets it past the marker. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Makes the grab over the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Hawkeyes have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Here's a heat. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to run it left here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 3rd and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Iowa! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Tell you what, as a defensive back, as a defensive player, you know down here near the goal line, I got to get tight on my guys. I can't give away the easy stuff like that. Too easy near the goal line for that pitch and catch.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And they did tack on the extra point. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking to buy time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
To give as they work on that clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this 4th quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this 4th quarter.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll ride the hot hand. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big time play.
throw beyond the sticks. Going to try to get it himself. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out of the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive, and he does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package, now setting up 4th and long.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And the Hawkeyes backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Just a short pass to the tight end. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He's moving out of the pocket. Still on his feet at the 40. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.